Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Back on the topic of the MLB today, my first baseball video in a while. The Tampa Bay Rays have acquired Nelson Cruz from the Minnesota Twins. Big deal for me, at least as a Rays fan, and for the baseball world in general. The Twins, a team that really slugs, as a team that's their thing, hitting the long ball, and the Rays competing for the AL East, one of the best divisions in the game. So I think this changes quite a bit of what's going on in the game right now. Like I said, the American League, between the Rays, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays, of course, the Orioles also, but they're far out of the race. So between those four teams, AL East is one of the most competitive divisions in the game. So that leads me into today's question of the day. Who do you guys have winning the AL East this year? Of course, take into consideration now the Rays have Nelson Cruz on their side. So comment below, and at the end of the video, you'll hear my answer. Right now, the Red Sox lead, and the Rays are one game back. Let's get right into the video, reacting to Nelson Cruz to the Rays. First of all, I think this is huge. I've been a Rays fan. My entire life is of being an MLB fan. It's been Rays, and this is really the first big trade I can remember them having. The Rays always, the pattern goes, the Rays get young guys. Some of them turn out good, and in the first 2-3 years of them playing in the MLB, the Rays can no longer afford them, and they head out. So the Rays are essentially a farm team for the rest of the MLB. That's the way I look at it. So them acquiring a big-name player in a trade is really unheard of. So this excites me a lot, especially in a year that the Rays are coming off an AL pennant, the first time they've won it since, I think, 2008, or I know 2008. And right now the Rays are looking promising. Only one game back in one of the best divisions in the game. If you would have asked me before this season started, following last year, once we lost, who did we lose? Pitcher, whatever. We lost Charlie Morton. We lost Charlie Morton and Blake Snell. That's what I'm thinking of. We lost those two guys. Had me thinking that the Rays were going to be. Well, that was one main reason why I think the Rays were not going to have a good year. I honestly predicted them before this season to miss the playoffs. That was my preseason prediction. I didn't think we could put together the year that we did last year with all those young guys, and of course with the loss of Charlie Morton and Blake Snell. So with those two guys gone, I predicted the Rays to have a bad season, and right now they're sitting after the All-Star break only one game back in one of the better divisions, or one of the best divisions in the game. So what does Nelson Cruz bring to the table? First of all, yes, he's an older guy. He's 41 years old. He's a DH. That's what he does. He hits home runs. So he's 41 years old. He's a DH. Right now this year he's hitting .294 with 19 homers and 50 RBIs. 19 homers is impressive. Almost hitting 300. That's also impressive. The dude's been in the league for 17 years. Almost 500 career homers. Over 1,200 career RBIs. The guy can hit the ball, and that is exactly what the Rays need. I picture him going straight into the 4-hole on this team, hitting cleanup. We've had a lot of guys bounce in and out of that spot between Randy Arozarena, Margot, Yandy Diaz, G-Man Choi hits cleanup sometimes. Who else? Probably Wander's probably been in the 4 spot some. We don't have, let's see, Meadows probably hits leadoff. Meadows hits top of the order. So does Lau. So that's what I'm thinking. 4 spot is where Nelson Cruz is going to go straight to, because looking at the guys on this team, the Rays know how to score runs, but it's just not with the long ball. And I just think Nelson Cruz is going to prove invaluable to this team, because that's exactly what he does. Looking at league standing for home runs, the Rays, if I'm not mistaken, are 15th in the league. The number doesn't really matter, but sure, it's 117 homers. So that's what the Rays have as a team. They're sitting 15th in the league. So no, they're not bad at hitting home runs, but they're right middle of the pack. They're not the best at it. Looking at the Twins, where Nelson Cruz came from, 138 homers, 3rd in the league. Yes, part of that is from other guys on the team, Josh Donaldson, Miguel Sano, but it's no coincidence that Nelson Cruz is coming from a team that is 3rd in the league with home runs. Again, that's what he's going to be bringing to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay experimenting a lot with new pitchers, bringing in younger guys such as McClanahan, getting him in the starting rotation, and then of course a lot was on Tyler Glasnow, but he's injured. So the Rays pitching staff still going to be a question for this team, but I really like what I've been seeing this year. Like I said, only one game back in the AL East. I've been really liking what I've seen this year from their offense. I have no doubt in that. Now you add Nelson Cruz, a guy that hits homers left and right, into the equation. Now don't get me wrong, I know he's not going to come out and have a 50-homer season, but right now, just past the All-Star break with 19 homers, I'm thinking he can have a 30-home run season, which, looking at the rest of the Rays lineup, I think Brandon Lau and Zunino and maybe Austin Meadows are on pace to do that. So Cruz has the opportunity to become the third or one of three or maybe four 30-homer guys on the team. I would say one of three because I think Zunino could get there and so will Lau. So one of three 30-homer guys on the team. That just proves his importance to the team right there. And for a team like the Rays, like I said, lacking a big arm on the mound, lacking a dominant pitching presence, it's going to be huge to have a guy like Nelson Cruz who can come out and hopefully put more runs on the board than we would have without him. Who did the Rays send? It was a 4-player trade. The Rays sent 2 minor league pitchers. Don't remember their name. I don't know if it's really been announced yet. So 2 younger arms to the Twins, and then the Twins send Nelson Cruz and another pitcher to the Rays. So really the big name in that is Nelson Cruz, and I think it's not like the Rays stole Cruz from the Twins. You get 2 younger arms to use in the future, and of course Nelson Cruz already at 41. You don't have a whole lot of time left with him, so it's not like no team really won or lost. It's about what players do for each team. So I think the Rays really needed a home run guy, and they got him. And maybe the Twins needed a couple guys for the future to use on the mound, so they got that too. So all in all, Nelson Cruz, not going to change the world of baseball, but as a Rays fan, and I think for the Rays, it's going to change the way they'll be able to win games offensively. They won't have to put so much weight on a young pitching staff and an inexperienced pitching staff that they have in Tampa Bay. I do think that Nelson Cruz to Tampa will be big, and that leads me into the question today. I honestly think the Rays can edge out the Red Sox for the AL East. Let me take a look again at the standings. Like I said, Red Sox right now 58-38 leading the division. Rays 57-39, just 1 game back. Then you take a jump to the Yankees, 7 games back, and the Blue Jays are 8. So it's a close race for third and a close race for first, but there's quite a big gap between the Orioles and the next team, and then of course between the Yankees and the Rays. So the division's up for grabs right now, but it looks like it's either going to be the Rays or the Red Sox. I mean, a lot can change in the next month or so, 2 months, but right now, I think the Rays got what it takes. I think they had what it takes to edge out the Red Sox, and now with Nelson Cruz, I think that'll just give them the bump. So my money is on the Rays for the AL East, but that's all for the video. Tell me what you think about this acquisition of the Rays of Nelson Cruz in the comments below. Thanks for watching 2 Minute Warning.